Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Oliz, and welcome back to Material Energy Hypercubed. In the last episode, we got lucky. We went and we found some octuple compressed cookies in one of the spatial storage areas, which allowed us to get torturinos and do a lot of fun stuff with that. And I was playing around with them a little bit between episodes. Nothing major there. Had to install a sound muffler because I went ahead and grew the sugarcane. So we'll get to that here in a moment. And yeah, so we got torturinos. We had a whole bunch of reward bags, so we opened them all, and we ended up getting a bunch of diamond blocks. As far as I can tell, this is not a troll. Like, I dug all the way down to the center. Don't know if maybe there's something hidden in there, but yeah, as far as I can tell, it's not a troll. So, whoops. Today, first things first, we have some ender pearls here. Any other ender pearls? No. How close are we on ender pearls? 8,000. Alright, so let's take... let's take a stack of these ender lily seeds and magma crucible them into this guy. And, you know, that's going to take forever. So, let's go ahead and grab this torturino. Put it right there. 3x3. And, yeah, that's going to go really, really fast. It's also going to use a ton of power. Faster than we can actually supply it with power, but we don't actually need that. But we are going to put it right here. And just do that, just so that when we do get the resonant resonant ender, we can get that going pretty quickly. So yeah, I left this guy running for about an hour. I had a torturino in each of those spaces, max size, max speed, and yeah, it took about an hour, and I have over 1 million sugarcane. So we're gonna do something about that today. And in order to do that, we're going to take resonant caches. We have a bunch of these. And if we fill 2 of these up with sugarcane, that should be pretty much all we need to do. So we're going to want some upgrades. We're going to want some speed upgrades. We're going to probably want to teach the system how to make speed upgrades. What are they called? It's fuzzy card, capacity cards, acceleration cards. That's what they're called. So, do we have any acceleration cards? No. We're going to want to teach the system how to make a couple of these. So, advanced cards are like that with a calculation, which I can teach the system how to do. And this isn't too bad of a craft. And then we're going to also teach it how to craft some other things. So, while that's doing its thing, so we want acceleration cards. We're going to want armor stands and sword pedestals. What's the trim that's being used? Because we're gonna get some stuff set up and ready for the victory monument. We're almost done with this mod pack. So those look like black trim. They are. So we're gonna get black trim because it looks nice, and teach the system how to make those as well. So black trim is like so, with wool. What? How are we gonna make black wool? We need to make it like that. That's not what I want. I guess these all take some sort of wool. So I guess we'll make wool and clay. I guess we'll have to make those manually. That's fine. I'll worry about that stuff later. But let's get the armor stands. This should be pretty easy. And let's go ahead and teach the system how to make the stone slabs, because I don't believe it knows how to do that. Don't see anything. So we'll just do that. Then we should be able to make the acceleration cards. And then with this, we can make the actual cards. And again, it's a pretty easy craft. So we're going to want like 10 of these. I think that sounds good. So that'll take a minute to make. Let's actually take the acceleration cards and go find these guys. And we can accelerate that a little bit. So each of these guys take 3, so that is 15. So let's get 15 acceleration cards extra. Let's just get 20. That'll be fine. And the reason we're going to do this is we need to extract a lot of stuff. And so the easiest way to do that is going to be to, let's take this off, to quite literally just kind of speed it up with a bunch of import buses, or export buses. So that's something else we'll need. Export, and export bus is just like that. Let's go ahead and teach the system how to make this as well. So piston, we know how to make. And formation cores, we can also craft. Guess we can do that, and that should work. And we're gonna want a couple of these as well. So export buses times 10, why not? And we're gonna get a couple of those. So unfortunately, one of the things is this takes a while. But not too long. So see, that's full, that's full. We can fill that up. And then we just need to find a place where we have plenty of channels, and we're gonna get sugarcane. So we just need a couple sugarcane, and honestly, see, that's got 20 some odd. That will work. So we're gonna take these resonant caches, and there's 2 of them here, and we're just going to export into each of these sugarcane. And this will be where we kind of make everything collect and go fast. So we're going to need all of these acceleration cards. Let's make like another 20 of those. We're going to want export buses. We're going to want ME cable. And I accidentally grabbed that as well, so the system probably wants these back. See, that's full, that's full, that's full, that's full, that's full. So we'll make stuff there as fast as humanly possible, which is nice. That's kind of what we want. So let's fill that and that one. So we're gonna need more, but it's okay. So we can put 6 on here and just make sure filters are properly taken care of. That way it will only export sugarcane, because that's all we want. And then we can connect all these guys up, and once we have enough sugarcane, once we have enough acceleration cards, rather, we'll go ahead and connect that up. So 4, yeah, you know what? Let's see how fast this is. So we put that there, and that'll start getting sugarcane. Isn't there like a Nope, just speed upgrades. Okay. So we'll put those in there, and this will just start getting a lot of sugarcane. And we're going to extract basically all that we can out of our system. Now this seems kind of silly because we spent all that time putting all that sugarcane into the system, and now we're taking it out. Well, we kind of have to. The reason being is we need to submit it. And the easiest way to do that is going to be, let's see, lost in time. We need to spin it, and the best way is to select a task, and we're going to get a quest delivery system. We have a bunch of these, which is great because we can kind of do more at once, I think. But we'll put that down. We smack it with our book, and it says sugar for the eons. And what we can do is we can get some item conduits, and also item conduit speed upgrades. And we can do something like this, and the resonant caches will go there. So this will be insert. If we had the Yeta wrench, this would be easier, but we don't, so we'll just do this way. That's also insert. And how much do we have in these guys? So 14 and 50,000. So here's the other trick. With the resonant caches, we can actually just go ahead and pick these guys up, and they retain their inventory. So that's kind of why we do this. Also, I opened like a few of those. Why is it saying I only opened 2? I feel like I opened more than that. But anyways, let's see. What else we're going to need? We're going to need speed upgrades. So speed upgrades from item conduit speed upgrades. We're going to need pistons. And that should be a pretty quick and easy craft. And I believe, I could be wrong on this, but I believe it's 16 or 15 in each. We'll say right here on extract 15. So we need like a stack of those. Here's the rest of the acceleration cards, by the way. So speed upgrades. Let's make 100 of those. We need more electrical steel. We need more wood. All right, let's make like 40 of those. We still need more electrical steel. So I guess pulverized coal, silicon, and iron. None of which should be terribly difficult for us to get. And that'll make electrical steel. So let's see, that needs upgrades. This needs upgrades. That needs another upgrade. That's good. That's good. And that's good. So as we fill these up, one of the nice things about it, so it's going to store 64,000 each, which is fine. What we can do is when we're done, we take the filters and we take those out. So we remove the sugarcane from here. And then that's pretty much it. So we remove the sugarcane from there, and we can reuse this for any of the other things we need to. So that's kind of the idea. We'll do something similar for the ender pearls and all that kind of fun stuff. So let's go ahead and grab this guy, put him there. Is this guy finally done? I think he is. Alright, cool. So we're going to be setting up wheat farms in the overworld. Because that makes more sense to me than trying to struggle here. And we're gonna make massive massive cookie farms there. We're also gonna be using Steve's Factory Manager, which we might just use this one. And actually, the cobblestone one we could probably scrap at this point. I don't believe we need this guy anymore. Do you retain your stuff? No, you do not. But I believe, can't we save it? Delete. Maybe. I don't know. Not too concerned with that. I can replace the cookie one pretty easily. So, at this point, our sugar canes are fairly rapidly going down. We just kind of need to wait on that. So, what to do in the meantime? I mean, we have all these diamonds. Let's take a look at some other stuff that we need to work on. So one of the big things that we're going to have to do is actually going to be kind of made easier with the diamond blocks. We need a lot of ink sacs. We're also going to probably take like these. So let's head to chemistry. All that stuff is fine. This stuff is almost empty, but it's okay too. That's for that anyway. So what we're going to want to do is forget about that. We want, where is it? So let's head back to the observatory. We're going to want ink sacs. So we have 50 of these. We're going to want to scan ink sacs. And then we're going to probably decompose one, and we're going to work with MineChem to get the last little bit of things we're going to need. So that's that. So this should have access to ink sacs. It does. Now let's decompose this to get carbon black. And there we go. We can see exactly how to make carbon black. And then what I can do is click that, put it in here, and we don't need the manganese. We are going to need a lot of carbon. Luckily, diamond blocks give you a ton of carbon. 4 stacks of it. So that's one thing that's going to be nice. Now we also need H2O. So we need a lot of hydrogen. Now we have some carbon black. We're gonna need a lot. I believe we need a total of, let's see, that is 1,000,000, and we need 125,000. So that's kind of where we're at with that. We just need a lot of hydrogen now. So we have a ton of water, which we can decompose. Now water is not too terribly difficult to get either. So let's just take all this carbon out, and we can throw it in there. And we can get, let's see, we have a lot of silicon dioxide. I don't think oxygen is going to be terrible to get. Bunch of nitrate, gallium arsenide. I know cellulose is pretty good for hydrogen. Cocaine hydrochloride. That's pretty good for all the stuff. So what we can do is we can decompose that, and it's gonna make other things. But cocaine is decently high in the hydrogens. So that is going to be kind of a good way to get plenty of this stuff, as well as we're going to need a lot of oxygen, and oops, we're going to need a lot of oxygen and all this stuff. So mostly just hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen that we need. We'll put the hydrogen chloride in here, but carbon should not be a problem. And this is relatively easy to craft, so I don't think it'd be too bad to do. Let's grab all the carbon black. And so kind of the idea is I'll get a ton of all this stuff. The cool thing about this, though, is, let's see, let's kind of clean up our inventory a little bit so we can make a bunch of that really quickly. and then we can just add all those diamonds. So let's jump back to the observatory. So here's the really cool thing. The cocaine comes from netherwork. We can grow this pretty easily as well. There's plenty of things we can kind of do to get plenty of hydrogen. Hydrogen's actually pretty easy to get. It's just a matter of getting it. So let's go ahead, and we have electrical steel. Let's throw that in there. Let's make some speed upgrades. 60 is kind of the ideal. So let's get 2 more stacks of all that stuff. So iron. Let's get 3 stacks actually. Silicon. And coal dust. And I believe we can just put this in here. And there we go. It's making all that. So that's perfect. Chemistry, I believe the netherwork gives you the cocaine hydrochloride. Yes. And again, hydrogen chloride we can kind of take away. And all this other stuff is fine. But carbon nanotubes are also always going to be an option for us. Just because they are really easy to get now. So other things that has hydrogen. There's a lot of things. One of the probably best ways to get hydrogen. I mean, there's 201 pages of stuff. Spirit binders, no. Let's just kind of look through this. Can I look up like a H31? No. If I just look up H, it's probably not going to give me anything of value, which is a shame. Let's see. Haven't seen Minecraft stuff yet, so I think that's near the end anyways. Alright, here's all the stuff. Now I believe some of this like really large condensed matter makes theobromine, 40 things of theobromine each. Biomodifiers makes bioalchemy, and that's not used for anything. But you can make it if you get fire. So there's some weird things that are weird recipes with Minechem to make things easier, sorta, I guess. But I don't know. So there's more. We're out of oxygen. So just kind of looking around at all the stuff. There's plenty of. We have a ton of oxygen in here. Just do that and we'll never run out of oxygen. But then we just take our book out, we change it to ink sacs, put that in there, and there is a ton of ink sacs. So that's basically what I'm gonna do to get the 120 some odd 25,000 ink sacs that we need. So we are up to like 300. So it's gonna take some time. Might be better to kill just a ton of hey, that's almost full. Actually, that might be all of the sugarcane. Let's take a look. Sugarcane, we're out. That is all of it. So what we can do is, oh hey, grab a basic reward bag, pick up these guys. Now the neat thing is these will stay here, so we just remove the sugarcane, and I just have to put filters before we put any items there, and everything will be fine. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put this down and this down, and we're gonna take out a bunch of these, try to get them both down to 50-ish thousand each, because I don't want to delete items if I can help it. basically the QDS will delete items if you bring in too many. So yeah, what we can do is just kind of do this. And I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll just pick these guys up. We're going to put them right here. And let's get some of this speed upgrades. Can we get 30 of them? Yes. So that'll craft. It won't take too long. Let's go ahead and open this basic ore bag. It's nothing impressive. Clear that out. And we should be able to get the sugarcane completed today. So let's get redstone conduit as well. Let's make this fancy. So let's get like a little bit of redstone conduit. I guess I had a little bit. And a lever. And what we can do is not like that. Let's break that and break this. Put redstone conduit like so. And we'll put a lever right here. And as you can see, it lights up. And then what we can do is extract active with signal. Might have actually extract and put a little bit in there. It did. And then same here. So I don't think we actually have to change anything. Extract active with signal. Active with signal. Cool. So we just need to get the upgrades. So there's the 30. Can we craft 30 more? We are missing 48. Well, there's half of it. So let's make 20. And I'll make the last 10 in a moment. So all we have to do, put those guys in there and those guys in there. And then once all this stuff is done, we just need 10 more of those. So 23 more electrical steel. And this will be everything we need to do. So nothing too difficult here. It's just a matter of getting it done. So let's put the redstone conduit away. And how are we doing on this? So that's full. And then we'll do something similar with the ender pearls. So there's 6 more. Speed upgrade. Still missing too many. Alright, so we should be really close with the ender pearls. I'm going to finish that between episodes and basically do the same thing. And in the next one, we will set up, we'll probably go to the overworld and start setting up the cookie farm. And then there's dual reasons for why we're going to do that in the overworld. One, it's not going to be here. It's not going to cause lag, which is actually a concern. How are we doing for ender pearls? We need 600 more. The other thing is that we can, once we have it set up, then we'll do other things. We'll set up other systems. We'll do whatever we need to try to finish everything else off. So things like the black glass. We just need a lot of sand. I'm going to probably dig the sand by hand. And it's something that after we get the cookie farm set up with a chunk loader, which I believe, what are those? Pokefinium chunks. Alright, chunk. Ooh, we don't have chunk loaders. I'll have to look into that. We might need to do some fanciness with a chunk loader. But, let's get the last 10 speed upgrades. And there we go. So, put those in there, those in there. And we can watch the quest from here. and that's going to take a while. Now, once it gets close, I will turn the lever off once it completes, and then we'll kind of go from there. So, things we need to do. I think next time we're going to set up the cookies. Overworld, lots of mini farms. That is the trick. Each farm will be a 7x7, no bigger, and that's all we're going to do. We're going to set up just a ton of those all around, and yeah, that should work just fine. So we'll probably power everything with we'll probably do power there as well, just because that's going to be easier. But yeah, we will start working on that in the next episode and go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!